What's up, gamers? I just got back from watching Longlegs. This is going to be a spoiler-free review type man just talking about his thoughts about a movie he just saw type video. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hey, consider subscribing, man. Consider, please, I'm starving. But Longlegs. Longlegs is a detective film. It's a detective thriller horror film, similar to the likes of Seven and The Zodiac and Silence of the Lambs. However, controversial opinion. I feel like this movie is a watered-down version of all of those movies together. Like if you put them in a blender and you turned it on, like pulverized, and then you poured out half of it, and then you stir it in some water, you mix that shit around, put some ice cubes in there, a little sprinkle of a lemon, pour that shit in a glass. That's what this movie is. Now that's a joke. I'm joking. Partly. I felt this movie was a little lacking. I think I felt that way because this movie was advertised like crazy. Like the hype around this movie was insane. Hop online, there's a video of the main actress and it has like her heartbeat BPM as she's like doing a scene with Nicolas Cage, just because the scene is so tense and so scary and so unnerving. I don't think this movie had a lot of scares or was very scary. And that's not me being like, yo, dog, I wear my big boy pants every day. I never get scared at all. Never, ever, ever. But, you know, it's just how they set up some of these scenes where, you know, it's just a lot of talking heads and a really maybe like suspenseful, creepy atmosphere that they have linger out throughout the movie. But it never really pays off. Like all the major reveals in this movie, they kind of just go like this. You're riding this high, and then it just kind of just like plateaus for a little bit. And then it rides a high again, and then it just kind of just dips back down. The performances weren't bad. The dialogue got a little weird at some points. The beginning part of this movie is pretty good. If you take this movie as just like a thriller, like a detective thriller movie, then I think you'll have a good time. You know, maybe some people might get a little bit unnerved, maybe get the heebie-jeebies at some points of this movie, but I felt like, I don't know, there was a strange disconnect between telling a murder mystery and then having like, oh, we also have to throw like some spooky elements into the movie, which you can have a good murder. I mean, there's plenty of good murder mysteries out there. Don't get me wrong. I want to make this very, very, very clear. I don't think this movie is horrible comparative to the rest of the horror schlop that we've been getting this past year. You know, this movie it is pretty good whenever you compare it to all of the other stuff that we have been getting. But I really don't think it's that memorable or anything super special. I'd say my favorite part about this movie is just the way that it looks. Like the aesthetic is so good. That was the most character that I felt out of this movie. The cinematography, it just fit and it felt like a good package. But the story gets hammered in like a couple of times. Like some parts of the movie, it felt like I was playing a Telltale game where it's just like, go to the store and get an apple. And then the girl goes to the store, she gets an apple, and she brings back the apple. And she's like, here is the apple. And he's like, that is an apple. Now go to the store and grab a bunch of grapes. And she goes, okay, I'm going to go to the store. Grapes, please. I don't know. It didn't feel like a mystery. It felt more like a misery. They add this weird twist that adds, and this is a minor spoiler, but it adds a little bit of a supernatural effect to the movie. And that's what really deterred me from the tonality, where you're led to believe that it's all just like this thing like could happen. Maybe it's like a crazy deranged person, Longlegs, who's going around killing all these people. And they had like this weird little like supernatural thing, and I just felt like it was added a little bit too late into the movie, and it felt kind of like a cop-out kind of thing. Like I'm not gonna go into super duper detail because I feel like you should go into it blank slate, not expecting much. Just try to see if you can get a good feel for it, because I think I definitely fell for the overhyped marketing for this, which, you know, I mean, you can only do so much. A man can only do so much. I think I should have went into this movie more level-headed rather than like, I'm about to see the best horror movie. This is gonna be like this is gonna be like Winnie the Pooh meets Hereditary Part 3. And yeah, here's just some extra bits that I just want to just throw in here. There were 2 scenes that made me laugh or super duper hard in the movie. And one of them was a Nicolas Cage scene. And then the other one was a scene with a doll. Now I'll do the Nicolas Cage one first. So there's a scene with Nicolas Cage in this movie where he's in a car and he's driving and it's completely silent. It's the name of the movie. He plays a serial killer named Longlegs. And you see him driving and then he just starts just like screaming in this car. And it just felt just so over the top and just so hammy that I couldn't help but laugh in that situation. Hey, this is another part of me being like, yo, I'm a big boy. I don't get scared at all. I take off my slippers 1 foot at a time. We're upgraded. We don't wear diapers. We wear Depends. But like Nicolas Cage's character was put up to like this mantle. It's just like, oh my God, he's gonna be the scariest monster that you're ever gonna see ever. And man, I've seen scarier monsters underneath my bed. I've seen scarier monsters in my backyard. I'm seeing a scary monster right now. He's right behind the camera. Hello, scary monster. Hello. But the second scene that I thought was pretty funny. There's a scene with a doll. They bring it to get analyzed by this forensics team, right? And this guy won't stop saying that this doll is beautiful and that it's beautifully crafted. You know, like it lists like all these details. It's just like, oh yes, the doll it's the hair on it is human hair and it's so beautifully crafted, and the eyes they're emeralds, and it's so beautifully crafted. This beautifully crafted little doll, and I'm like, this. That was the creepiest part of the movie. Not the antagonist. It was just this random guy, this random forensics guy that you don't see the rest of the movie. Him just looking at this doll, just being like, it's so beautiful, it's so well crafted. It's this doll. And it's just like, hey man, I don't think we should leave you alone with this doll. Thanks for the information, but we're gonna have to take this doll and we're gonna have to hightail it out of here. I just thought that scene was pretty funny. Also, I'm not trying to be that guy that's just like, my thoughts are superior over everybody's thoughts about this movie. I'm doing this just because I just wanted to share what I thought. That's pretty much it. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to just share? Come on. But that's enough of me talking. Let me know what you thought about Longlegs in the comments down below. Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Do you think it was the best movie ever? Do you think it was the worst movie ever? Let me know what you thought down there. Also, consider subscribing. By the time this video came out, Mr. Beast has hit 300 million subscribers. And, you know, me and Jimmy go way back, so he wouldn't mind if we overtook him. So let's beat Mr. Beast by the end of the year. I challenge you, Jimmy, to a subscriber off. I'm coming for you. And if you want to watch another cool video, here's one right here. There you go. Hey, have a good day. And I'm just going to sit here until you click the video or click off this video or just like whatever you want. So, yeah. After being held at gunpoint for 8 minutes straight and being forced to make this video, Michael decided to sit here until you clicked either a new video or hit subscribe or one of those. Okay. Just